the sight in the game, cause see the boxing voice.
Well, speaking of the next level, is this a next level fight for Gennady Golovkin when he takes on David Lemieux October 27th? Is this a step up from guys like Macklin and Daniel Gill?
I think it is, but we've been asking for that type of fight now for a while.
For years.
This is the fight that stamps him as a pay-per-view star. If he does very, very well, then you know, the sky's the limit. If David gives him a hard time, then we have things to work on, and I don't think David will stick around the 12. I don't think anybody. I don't think it's a 12-round fight. I think it's a knockout one way or the other. They're both big punchers, but it's the kind of fight that Gennady needs to be able to ascend to those levels of a Mayweather.
Now, you know, Lemieux is considered the second best puncher other than Gennady, of course. If he does land that big shot, are you expecting Gennady to shake it off and take it really well?
You know, I said at one of the press conferences, this is the kind of matchup that's asking for answers. This fight's going to ask a lot of difficult questions from both guys, and we'll see how they respond. But in order for us to see what we have in Gennady, he needs to fight guys like this, guys that are going to test him and guys that are going to hit him. If he's able to stay focused, because he's a better fighter than, say, Willie Monroe, then we'll see what we have. We'll see a little more of what we have.
Closing up, if he gets that W, if he wins the fight, he's a unified champion. Is that going to make it easier for the Cottos and the Canelos to come to the table? Because now you could say our guy's been on pay-per-view. He's a unified champion. Does it make it easier for those guys to come to the table?
It's not so much being the unified champion. What happens when you're at this level, the budget gets a little bit bigger, and it enticed Lemieux to step into the ring now. Hopefully, the winner of Saunders and Lee are one of the guys in line, but by having a bigger budget, we're able to provide that monetary return for the guys that are willing to step in the ring. We're supposed to be fighting the winner of the Cotto-Canelo fight, but if that doesn't happen, we have to have a backup plan. So the backup plan would be probably the winner of Saunders and Lee.
Well, this will be the last question, and I hope it's a yes. I know you've told me before, Miguel Cotto, he's not going to fight my guy. He will have no part of Gennady Golovkin. But you've held out some...
I think that Miguel Cotto has said that himself. It's not so much that I'm saying it. He just says nobody's going to tell Miguel what to do. But I think people have to understand, Gennady Golovkin is not looking to fight Canelo or Cotto per se. He's looking to unify the belts. He wants the WBC belt. So if he gets the WBC belt, he's got the IBF belt, and he's got the WBA belt, then there's only one left. That would be Lee. But it doesn't matter whether it's Canelo, Cotto, or the next one in line if they both decide to run away from Gennady, which is probably the case.
So what the question was, do you think Canelo will step to the table? Because I know you've told me in the past, if either one of them will, it'll be Canelo that steps up to the plate.
I think that Canelo is probably, we have the best chance of fighting Canelo. But Oscar being a businessman and Oscar being the promoter, once we destroy Lemieux, Canelo's the only one he's got left at that weight and at that level. So if Oscar studies that well, he may opt to maybe get a couple of the fights before facing Golovkin. If not, then I think it's a great fight. I think if Canelo beats Cotto and beats him decisively, and Gennady was able to beat Lemieux decisively, I think it's a barn burner next year.
Awesome. Thanks a lot for your time, Abel, as always. Thanks a lot.
Thank you very much.
Thanks. Have a great night.